Hello, mic test 1, 2, 3. Um, Connect. Okay. Cool. What's up, chat? So we got some good feedback yesterday. Played through the tutorial and almost till the end of the game last night. Took us about 1 hour. So got a nice estimate for how long it takes for someone to go through the game. We played on the deck, so I guess if you're like a seasoned FPS player, obviously it'll be a lot faster. And the same playtester, my friend yesterday, played an older version of the game where the mechanics were like significantly different, and yeah, it was nice to watch the new melee mechanic kind of just works now. I think it's a lot more smooth and less jarring, I think, for new players especially. So I think we're in a much better place now. Deflect now. Now what I want to do here is in shot duel. We want to add a visual cue for when the window opens. This is still ambiguous, like the melee was before. So we're gonna fix that by changing the color, because I want to keep the animation. Let me just show you what that animation looks like first. I really like that animation, even though it is very subtle and like extremely fast. It's one of those like aesthetic things that I just want to have in the game. I think we can keep that and still have some clear kind of like conveyance. So this thing, if you look closely, it's when these, you see when that thing showed up on the side, those sparks, that's actually when the window opens. So if we swipe before, there you go, then you're done for. So let's look at where we're entering the where is the deflect animation. Sprite animation / spark melee spark deflect warn. Alright, set scale, stop, play, in shot duel, deflect warn, proceed. Where are you coming from? Oh, no. Deflect warn, deflect start. So this happens when the window opens. Enter. Wait, what? No way. Activate shot duel. So this is not the right moment. Shot duel start. Can player deflect? This needs to be a flag. Can player deflect? Shot duel action, can player deflect? Do we have a deflect window? Oh, we do. Deflect window. should prep. So this should prep. Should prep can just be window open, so that we know is window open. Pre-warm ricochet will remain. There will be no conveyance for this. This is just something that the player will have to figure out, because that's like the next tier of the whole shot duel action. Like it's a layered mechanic, just like we have now for the melee also. So there's like, you can melee, but then there's the right way to melee. So in this case also there will be the shot, and then there will be, you know, the extra action that you can do, which will remain secret. So is window open is being called should prep. No, that makes sense. Okay, what is this? Game event and deflect window. A raised window. Raised window. Raised window. Alert. Greater than pre-warm. Alert. Ready to deflect. Wow, there's so many flags for this. Jeez. Ready to deflect. Let's just use the last one here. So this alert is the same as where all is this being used? Just here. Alert. So alert and should prep is window open. They're almost exactly the same. It's just the equal to sign. Now will that break something? Alert. Alert. Shot dual action. Alert. Okay, let's just keep this. Return is window open. Alright. It's just baby steps here. And on the HUD, in shot duel, deflect start. Now, do I want to play this here, or do I want to play it when the flag opens? Let's move this for now, okay? Can player deflect? Who's calling this? Can player deflect? Completely unnecessary. We don't need this function. Is window open? And deflect start will happen when we raise window. Raise. Where's the raise? Here. Okay. Where was the completely unnecessary function? I lost it. Can player deflect? Now we're not using this. Cool. Event dot shot duel success. All right. Okay. Shot duel success is, I'm guessing, being in the tutorial. And knife deflect is being used where? Oh man. Oh man. This is unnecessary, I guess. So shot duel success, I'm guessing, is also going to fire on ricochet. But it's not. Knife deflect, shot duel success. Yep, that's a different. Do we have a ricochet here? Alright. Ricochet. Man. This is only being fired for the knife deflect. Shot dual action, proceed. Trixie. Shot dual success, proceed. Complete with ricochet. Man, I've changed a lot of stuff already. No worries. Baby steps. We'll figure it out. Ricochet, knife deflect. So knife deflect. This can be shot dual success. Knife deflect. This can be shot dual success. No, this is knife deflect. This is not going to because there's over here there's going to be ricochet also. Yeah, so that's why they need to be different. It's all right. Let's go back to the HUD. Deflect warn. Okay, now let's just try and run this. Now the deflect animation, the little anime intensity outline animation thing will start exactly when the window opens, but that's just not enough right now, so that's what we're going to fix. We are going to add still not open. Now it's open. Okay, so that's when let's see what this looks like in full motion. Barely can tell the difference, but whatever, at least it's at the right spot. So my idea right now is to ready to melee deflect. Now see, this is potency times 0.5 shot dual animator. This bad boy is going up till about, yeah, so it's going up till pre-warm, and once it's past pre-warm, then it is value 1. This is a smooth so it's gonna go from 0 to 1. Yeah, that works. And it's clamped here, so that's good too. Deflect now. Now I need here's what the idea is, to change the color on the sprite. Shaky walls, right. Do I have am I setting the color here? Yes, I am setting the color here. White smoke. All right. Okay then. Color override tint is equal to color dot white smoke. What happened, bruv? Compile time constant, huh? What does white smoke look like? What does white smoke look like? Okay. Oh no. Underscore white smoke. There you go. HUD. Private const flow. This is also not going to work, right? What's up, bruv? Declare const. Static. That's a lot of function calls, bruv. That's a lot of function calls. Hopefully this just works. Deflect now. This is in melee, and this is in if engine.player.shoot shot dual. I guess I don't even need to use the window here. I can just in shot dual and alert. Okay. If engine dot ready to deflect, tinted color dot red. Now there's gonna be a big red kanji sign on the screen, so you know that it is time to deflect. Just gonna pop this out anyway. Despite my cool chat feature. A boss. Let's see if you can notice the red. Can definitely notice the red. Oof, oof, oof. Come on, baby. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I guess someone with a higher refresh rate on their eyes will see it come, and if you swipe before you see the giant red kanji, then you will not hit it in time. It's just, that's just how it is. Okay. Actually, the red kanji is a little bit softer on the eyes. Deflect now. Tinted. We're not gonna do the animation here. Color dot red. Okay. All right. Just color tint on attention kanji. Deflect to window flags changed. Just so that I know where to go back if there are some issues with the deflection logic later. Just so we know. Just so we know. Gotta make sure, brah. Gotta make sure. Okay. Now, the other thing that I have working now is local save item A, last item A. We have to get this in. We have to get this in now because this has just been like hanging on my head for so long. Um, we have a daily lamp pickup. Okay, that's gonna add to the bookmarks that you have available. That's gonna run till a max number like 9. You can collect a total of 9. We can change that number later via patch. Um, that's in. Uh, the next tier of secret has to be something that behaves differently, just to like have some like progression in the collectibles. Um, this item I'm thinking can maybe also be a daily, or um, I think it would be jarring if it was like completely random. I don't want to do that. So like, is there a secret today or not? There would be a way to track it and kind of like indicate to the player that, hey, look, the game is kind of like telling you if you're supposed to look for a secret. That's one option. But like for that option, I'm gonna have to like track if either force the level to spawn a secret, or track if whether it has spawned a secret, um, and convey that accordingly at the altar in the start of the level. In either case, I think it would be best if I can know from the start if a secret is going to be spawned. So the totally random secret could be like the the iteration after, where it's just like there is just like it could be there, it couldn't be there, we just don't know. And what these secrets are and what function they serve, I still honestly don't know. We did want to do something for the. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this right now. Um, gotta chat with the pub. The pub knows. Which way, tamashika dev? Which way, Western man? I also have an option to keep the secret as part of the props. So we'll take out one of the props and kind of add a secret there. That's one option, like we did for the lamps. And the other option is to use the tunnels, which I have working now. So I want to use this. I think it's a pretty cool system. So we have this can be hard to miss if you're like in the thick of the action. It's little. I also got the props working here, so yeah, here you could just like pitching and you have an item. Now these will have to be placed inside the blocks, and if we want total coverage, then we will have to ensure that this is being spawned. Now I could ensure it very easily the way we've done the weapons, where there's just like a stub section that that spawns selectively as a function of like what day it is. But that would be too predictable. Like you're always looking for the secret at that same point in the map, which like it'll become too predictable too quickly. So I don't want to have that. This makes for a little bit of a different dynamic where like you gotta watch out for it, like anywhere it could just come up. And I can very easily, the way I've designed the system, I can very easily place them randomly in the map. So I want to make use of this while also keeping it deterministic and predictable by some kind of like pattern that it follows. I think it's all possible. I think I can do it. Ideally, I would like for it to adhere to some patterns that players can figure out. Like, um, I'm thinking this is all spoilers, by the way. Should I invert the shooter thing? Should I make it red? Let's see. Because the white is more recognizable because all the other kanji are white. But that is like a danger kanji, you know, also because like if you don't press the button at that time, then you're done for. Like all the other kanjis are more like situational. Like I can choose to not shoot this enemy, so it's not really dangerous. Hey, that's good. Maybe I can do the same for the desynchronize. Desync.height if game mode dot current dot energy energy is greater than 1, else draw shaky sprite tinted color dot red. Private static color red is equal to color dot red. Now the desynchronized label will have a progression, which is also cool to have. So basically what I'm going to do here is say there's this level and this thing has 2 exits. Over here there's this open spot, so we go brush, tunnel, and these will be like unit wide. So BR2, close the game again. BR2, man, I'm having such like awesome Georgian food. It's amazing. They have so many similarities to Indian food, also in the names. What is it? BR2, B rooms, BR2M. Yeah, it is not easy to catch these. So here you go, like I got a secret, and I guess BR2M will do the same thing. Will it do the same thing? It is not doing the same thing. Why is it not doing the same thing? BR2M is spawning a tunnel too. BR2M is it spawning a tunnel? Yes, it is. I just didn't save. Shupa! Secret! Okay. This is Gucci, our Gucci. This is very Gucci. This is almost exactly how I imagined it would work. I can also change this to like being open, but this feels nice and cozy. This cozy secrets going on here. Now to make it deterministic, I will need to have tunnels on all the B rooms. So for example, if say the secret rule is like it just shows up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever, right? So if the current level is Tuesday, then it will pick a random B room and just, you know, whatever B rooms are being picked, it's just gonna like add the tunnel. Now Monday secret, Tuesday secret, Wednesday secret, Thursday secret. I don't know, like this can be just like an item that spawns every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Or it can be like a list of achievements. So they're kind of like Lovely Planet. So if we have, say, 4 5 collectible, like individual unique collectibles, right? What we could do is like on all the days when there's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we just like pick them up in sequence. So if you've picked up the item today, then the next one is gonna like happen after, and you just like go through that list and then you're done. Don't want to mess with the randomizer though. So the achievement won't show up. The tunnel will still spawn, but the achievement won't show up, or the collectible won't show up. And we already have a flag for that. So it's item A, for example, right now in the local save, then item A last. So I know when it was picked up. So if it was picked up today and you restart the level, then it's not going to spawn it. Easy. Does the deflect work? I mean the desynchronization. What? Nice. Exit here. So how do we do this, man? How do we do this? I guess this is something that I should just decide off stream so that the secrets are not completely out, all of them. Nobody's gonna watch these videos anyway, I guess. I guess if after release the game catches on, then people will, but otherwise right now we're pretty good. Anon streams. I added some new pieces here, by the way. Check this out. BS7. Little kind of like a that movement. We're capturing that movement here. Bam! Look at that. Bam! And then on the other side also. Straight what? The extra game mode that I was thinking, I think we will leave that out for now. I would love to have like the infinity mode. I have a pretty good idea for it. Just have the game speed go up on each iteration. See how fast, if you can keep up with the game speed increasing. Would love to prototype that. I just want to get the basics out of the way, which keep inflating because we don't have a release date yet. And that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. We'll get it when we'll get it. Okay. Oh, there's a new room here also. A little bit of verticality. Some vertical action. Be straight. Don't be straight, be gay. Be So before I go around and place a bunch of tunnels around here, I need to know, because, okay, for example, here, I've not really left any space for a tunnel. And also there's the matter of like, okay, now we have, let's say we have tunnels on all the B rooms. Which one do we pick? Right, the game will have to know which one to pick. And for that, it's gonna have to have an idea of how many are being placed. Because this will happen sequentially. It will happen in by sequentially I meant it'll happen while the level is being baked, so in real time. So we'll need a rule for that, and that rule will have to be consistent with the generator random, the seed. We achieved that with the lamp by making it deterministic, but that's easy because it was daily. Keeping track of the number of props that are put down, and we have, I think, a basic average number of props, so it will always get placed. I would really love for the items to have some like gameplay significance. Like some way to spawn like a starting heart. But that would kind of make the level a bit easier. We could have a penalty for that, so it's no big deal. Like if you want to start with one extra heart, you just can't get the final achievement. A tunnel in every room is a bit of an overkill, I think. Choice paralysis is happening. Too many ways to go with this. let's change this clean to engine dot current game mode dot current dot clean dot stats dot clean. Because for the reload it's like barely visible anyway, so once you lose this, then the band on the bottom of the screen just becomes static. No recovering from that. Cool. Nicer. So you can tell at any time from looking at the game. Looking at the base of the wall, if you are cleaned up or not. Now, if I do pick up a heart and clean is, I think I'm messing with this variable in one other place. Where is that? Where is that? Yeah, I know where that is. Behaviors, tamashika, initiate tamashika. Yeah, so stats clean goes false here. If you slash her, you don't slash tamashika. No. You don't do that. Sprite.fx camera forward UV offset emissive. Is anybody setting this? It's not even using it, so I don't know who's setting it. Regular effect sprite effect emissive is not even being used here. Let's try to implement another feature that I've been meaning to add. Boom. Special. You know what? Let's just try emissive. Oh, it's here. Oh, it is here. Aha. My eyes deceive me. But it's not being used anywhere. Okay. MS PS pixel should fill output. Okay. Hardware instanced. I don't know where I'm using instanced sprites. Am I using instant sprites? I have no idea. I have no idea. Main PS. Where is the whole UV modification going on? Main PS. Yeah, over here. This is so simple. Output.color here. Emissive. There you go. There you go. Now I just need to make sure regular FX. No, rendering. Sprite FX. I guess this is normal sprite. No warp sprite. Set. Okay. I guess here we are going to set emissive. Let's just see if it actually gets through. Emissive set to 1. Now all the sprites will be like super shiny if it works. What am I doing this for? Let's wait for the reveal. We will have a reveal here. Okay. Yeah, there you go. See, it's bright. It's not that. But the enemy sprites are not. They're not shiny. Enemy sprites are not shiny. Big things, man. Big as I can handle. Thanks. Just trying to finish my game, man. Just trying to make it the way I want to make it. There you go. There's a Look at this shiny, shiny balloon. Not bad, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Boom. We could use, but why are the enemies not? Let us investigate. Sprite. I actually changed around the knife a lot after all the feedback. You know, I didn't address the feedback before because I was still thinking about it, but I took it all into account. All right. I know the knife was not perfect. Like, I think a lot of players also defended it, and it was pretty split up, and it's still going to be split up actually because it's not like the generic kind of first person shooter, knife system, and I'm okay with that until it's not like complete, unless it's not completely jarring. I feel like it's in a happier middle now, so I think we're good. Agent Sprite. Oh, so Agent Sprite is being set to 1 here. This is an Agent Sprite. Funny how I set the Agent Sprite emissive to 1 and it's still not working. Is this the only place where we're setting this? Sprite. Yeah, Agent Sprite. No war. Pools. Oh, funny. Funny. This is weird. This is very weird. Sprite FX. Let's separate these out then. No warp. No warp. No warp. Oh man, this is funky. Well, now's our chance to fix this. Oh man, wait, does this mean that the hearts are going to be glowy too? Man, I want glowy hearts, let's go. I fail at my own game. I fail at my own game again. Will I fail again? Did you see the glowy glow? I can barely stand in front of this thing. How big is that? I like it. Hey, put all that effort into adding the bloom. Let's put it good use. You know what I mean? This would mean that even the ascent bill would be glowy glow. Yeah, we're going with the glow, but I'm still puzzled. Why is it that the enemies are not glowing? That was the whole point. Very subtle, but cool. I can vibe with that. Let's see if the weapon pickup is glowy glow. Barely. Anywho. Yeah, okay, why is my enemy sprite not glowy glow? Emissive 1 sprites.fx emissive main PS. All the main PS are the same. All enemies should be emissive, but they're not. They are not. Okay, let's brute force this. Okay, what I was trying to do was to make the enemies glow. Not all enemies, only the shooter enemy. That's gonna involve picking out a lot of variables. I think the glow is there, it's just too subtle and I can't see it through my sunglasses. No man, there's no glow. It ain't glowing. There ain't no glow here. I don't see it. I don't see it. All my sprites glow, but not the enemy. Okay, you know what? Let's just make it really obvious and completely mess with the color here. This is float, right? Yeah, it's float. The variable should be coming in just fine. Let me just see. If it's not the glow, we can do something else too. Yeah, there you go. Okay, this is now we are definitely glowing. 100% there is a glow. Yep, that is a glowing enemy. How do we do this? First of all, let's completely fix this problem. Okay, rendering.sprite effects. All right, let's get agent sprites fx going and get those out of the way first. Agent sprites fx, agent sprites fx. Sure, agent sprites fx. Now, where is this being? This is agent sprites, right? Yes, it is. Agent sprites fx. Changed. So agent sprites is being set everywhere. That's good. That's very good. Set draw. Now if we look, this is this. Okay, this dot sprites dot agent sprites. Okay, this is wrong. Sprites fx agent sprites. This is also wrong. Okay. We did okay. It's funny how sprites fx was not being set anywhere, and now we have to set it. Because now stuff will not. It won't render. The rest of the sprites won't render. Just to make sure, let's go in and check. Where is the UV size being set for the other sprites? This is just the agent sprite being set. Agent sprite, impact sprite. Wait, what? What did I just? There you go, impact sprite. Cool. Impact sprite. What? I am so confused. This is happening inside impact sprite. Impact sprite is being used in the tamashika overlay. I am so confused right now. Yeah, so the sprites on the walls are not showing, as you can see. This whole function, all the changes I made here were completely unnecessary. Bro, this is so funny. Where is all happening? Agent sprite. Okay, now it's not showing me impact sprite. Oh, there you go. Okay, so there are two sprites 3. There it is. Sprite 3D. Sprites fx, sprites fx, sprite fx. So this is the first place it's happening. Is this even? clearly there are too many sprites here. Sprite FX, sprite FX, sprites 3D, agent sprite. Okay, we just changed this one. All right. We're not using. Yeah. Okay. All right. Agent sprites FX. All right. Cool. The rest will just work now. Sprite 3D. So this is all the other sprites. Now, if I want to set this from the outside, I'm setting the technique here, but I am not setting. The technique is being set. The technique is not being set here. Okay, it's being set here. Okay. All right. Okay. No problem. These are all being set multiple times, and we don't need to do this here. We can take this out. Although that's gonna break something, I feel. That's definitely going to break something. You want to try that? Let's try that. Rendering update. Redraw. Okay, let's break this. If it doesn't break, then that will be awesome, actually. One can only hope. Okay, I'm still seeing the sprites. Are we seeing all the sprites? Show me that deflect animation sprite. Yep, it's working. Damn, I should be less pessimistic about my code base. What's the next step here? We are going to what's the next step here? The next step here is to separate out. Hey, what we can do then is go to the agent sprite FX, agent sprites FX, and take this bad boy out of here too, and put it here. That's why it's in rendering, because it's the same effect being used everywhere. Okay, two things arranged here. Are we liking the glowy sprites? We are liking the glowy sprites a lot. But the glowy sprites are only going to be the items, and this stuff, not these, are not going to glow. Are we still seeing the enemies? Are they animating properly? Is all the shader variables being set? Yes, they are. Now, I hope this is hardware independent and not something that will just break. I can just test on my Steam Deck to be sure. This shader stuff, every time you change it, what's going on in there? MPFX does a bunch of stuff, and then there's like that whole, like the variable is set, but it's not really set, especially when you're trying to set arrays. Like it's like you set a uniform, and then it unsets the uniforms you set before. Ran into that issue before, don't want to run into it again. Git status, git add dot, git commit, agent sprites effect separated. Okay, where were we? We were trying to get an effect in for the shooter to look different. Okay, we're gonna try this now. Agent sprite effects, emissive. Only set this. Can we please have a reference to the agent here? Please. Yes, we do, yes. Agent dot Prime shot, is it prime shot? Oh, come on, agent. No, agent prime shot light. Set has flag and shots is equal to 0, blah blah blah, lights immediate. Okay. Public bool shooter lit. Okay, now this emissive flag is going in. All right. Otherwise, this emissive should be set to null. Can you just set that for me? What is it? Emissive set value 0. Camera forward wave time, blah blah blah, secret base. Emissive set to shooter lit. Now if we are emissiving, let's just mess with the color for a bit. If this is 0, this would default to call.xyz anyway, so all the rest of the sprites should remain the same because emissive is going to 0 on all the rest of them. And this you see how it errored out and I could feel it? I'm not exaggerating, okay? It happens sometimes. Like you're expecting the game to just run and then it quickly like all tabs automatically and then there's this like big red warning sign. I'm just like, whoa. Okay, now the shooter. Okay, regular enemy, regular enemy, regular enemy, regular enemy, regular enemy, balloon, regular enemy, and is this not enough? Shooter lit. Is there an agent flag that just says shooter? Shooter. There's no is shooter flag. Is the shooter lit not working? Which one is it? Prime shot light set to true. Prime shot light. Where is this not being unset? Yeah, it's being cleared, so that's fine. When you complete, this will go away. It's definitely, I need to, okay, let's exaggerate these numbers just a little bit. All right, here, 1 plus emissive. Okay, now it's going up to 2. You better be glowing like the sun. Glow like the sun, agent. Like a big glow ball. Okay, just glow. Be your true glowy self. Don't let people judge you. You are made in God's image. See, there is a light around him. Pushum. Now the light will go away. See, the light went away. The shader is just not playing. The shader just ain't playing with us, man. Is emissive not being set? Aha. Aha, identified. It is not being set because it's being set on a different. Ugh. This would be a little bit more subtle, I imagine. Do we need a separate effect altogether for the shiny sprites? I think we do. I'm just gonna skip cut to the chase here. There's A2. There's A2. There's A2. Bruh. A boss. I feel defeated. Push him. Push him. Push him. Push him. How about this? You all go to one, alright? Together. Let's just first ensure this effect is working. Then we will do the rest. I'm getting hungry. It's all in my head. I'm not hungry. Okay, shine, baby, shine. Let's go. Oh, it is shiny. You see that? It's like, is it not enough? Like, ×2 is not enough? Are you kidding me, man? Is it just my eyes? Is it my sunglasses? No, dude. Okay, I'm gonna like stop messing around here. Okay, and we're gonna. Okay, if emissive is set, what we're gonna do is. Here, how about this? How about this? All right, something more obtrusive. Here, yeah, just you know what? Just go pink. All right, XYZ, comma emissive. Completely change the color. I want the sprite to be pink in color. What we can do actually is like make an HSV color cycle. That will be expensive. Expensive computation though. Other sprites not going into the bloom for some other reason maybe. Now the effect is definitely working. Definitely working. You know, I could have like a whole separate sprite sheet with a different color, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. This is going straight to output, so this is not even being processed. The post-processing should take care of this. I was hoping the emissive would be more powerful. Maybe I'm just not doing the math properly, I don't know. Color.xyz linearly interpolate blah 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 blah. Damn it. HSV color cycle. Yeah, I know what that's gonna look like. Check this out. "24 frames per second, go full white, let's go." Blinky blinky dude. Man, if that guy's not grabbing your attention, then I don't know what will. Like, this guy is definitely up to something. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is actually nice. I like this. To make it smoother on the eyes, we could absent this abs sign. Abs, like my abs, like the big abs that I have. Instead of this mod 2, let's just keep this on the side here. Abs sign time by 24 into math.by into 3.141. 1 second, 24. I guess this will look like something. Like a. Writing math functions to do cool animation stuff since 1990. I'm old, man. I'm just old. Whoa, whoa, oof, oof. Oh, this is pulse width modulating pretty fast. Instead of abs, we're gonna do a saturate. So it'll go like down and then it'll like, it'll stay down and then it'll stay down and then that's what it's gonna feel like now. Like it wasn't staying down enough right now. I know there's mathematical language to describe this, but I just don't have it. Yeah, now you can actually feel it, right? There you go. You see, I said it's like woof, woof, woof. This emissive will only be set if it is alive. Shooter lit. Man, I just need a flag to know if it's a shooter. Just so that we don't overuse this, agent.shooterlit 10. Okay. We could actually use this emissive cycling for the regular pickups and all of that too. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now obviously this enemy is standing out, right? Because it's like doing this blinky thing. But after the first like, you've lost it. After that he's like blending in. I think I'm gonna fly with this. Man, these bad boys need to be blinking. I need to tell my animator to blink. Some color cycling needs to be happening here. They are color cycling, but like it's just not like it needs to be like the Mario star. I think the animation is fast enough so it catches your eyes. Yeah, it's pretty prominent. I'm sticking with this. Blinky agent shooter. As you can see, we haven't really graduated past the funky commit messages. So, where were we? Rendering sprite FX. Okay, where all are you planting yourself? Normal, 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 normal. I have a funky feeling that we're gonna have to pass the effects here. So the placard, um, hey, if it's just a different technique, that would fly too. Uh, we can make this work. We can make this work. Let me just go and take a little. Let me take a little break. Nature calls. Control N. BRB 5. 2 minutes. Here, just give me 5. Why not? Pray emoji. Fold your hands. You know, folding your hands in my culture signifies a salutation to the next person's higher self. So the God in me salutes the God in you. I think it's pretty cool. It's like not between the two parties. It's like if we are connected to a higher self, to our higher selves, they are bowing to each other, kind of thing. It's cool. I'll be right back. Video capture device. Man, this mic is the best thing that has happened to me in a while. That is sad to say out loud, but it is what it is. Maybe in the short span of the last 1 week. No, I met my friend and he made me some really good food, and that was amazing. So I take that back. I take it all back, okay? I take it back. I take it back, okay? Sprites dot fx. I just like this mic. Sprites fx. Normal, normal. So the technique is being set, guys. This is good news for us. Okay, this is really good news for us, because what we can do now is make the sprites. Star pickup, pill pickup, pill pickup. Okay, these placards. Okay, sprite fx normal. These are sprite sheets. Portal will be shiny too. Pill pickup will be shiny. Where are my wall sprites? Wall sprites. Okay, register wall sprite. Texture atlas. Wall sprite small. Sprite pool. Sprite pool, huh? Sprite pool. What funky stuff are you doing in there? Oh, this is where the hardware. All right, I get it. Sprites 3D. Set. Draw. And I am assuming your technique is just not even set anywhere. What is going on, bruv? Wait right there. Sprites fx. Can I? So you see, these are wall sprites. If they're wall sprites, they can totally be hardware rendered. Man, what am I looking at here? Main PS round, main PS rector dot, main PS round dot. What is all of this? Oh, this is Spikes FX. Dude, you're gonna make me have a something. Hardware instance. HW instance. Now where all, oh my god. Spikes FX mess batch, particle batch. Who instanced? Do we actually want to go through the hard work of making all of these decals? And wait, the decals are hardware instance? No, they're not. The decals are not. I'm not even rendering that many decals. I don't want to do this. This is going to be too much extra work for no reason. Unless we hit performance issues, I do not want to go through with this. Cancelled. Plan cancelled. Sprite FX. Oh, okay. Where are you setting the technique? I'm assuming the technique is not set here. So what is the default technique here? Normal. Okay. Sprite FX to normal. Now, do we add another technique that defaults the emissive, or do we add another technique that, or do we add another effect that sets the emissive to 1? I think I'm assuming technique will be cheaper, because if it's a different effect, then we will have to set all of those uniforms separately for that effect. So we're sticking with the techniques. Okay, we're sticking with the techniques. Sprites FX. Let's add another technique here. I'm assuming all of the ones that I'm changing are going to be no warp, not no warp. Main PS. Now we're gonna fork this main PS. This glowy at 24. How are we doing this? How are we doing this? How are we doing this? Are we going to copy all of this code? Sometimes when I'm writing the code, it comes to me while I'm writing it. Main PS, you know, just to get the over here, this all this sign timer thing will have to go. I'm just gonna set okay. Does this work? Okay, shiny pulse works. Do we want to add yeah, just let's have a regular, the normal, no pulse, just emissive. I don't know where I'm going to use this one. I want a static emissive as well. Let's just how are we wrapping these? Okay, this is how we're wrapping these. Okay, return output. We'll do the same for shiny pulse. regular shiny. Okay, all right. All the no warps, I think all the no warps are being used in the particle effects, right? There you go. So what effects are we talking here? Blood spray cannot be shiny. No. Enemy deflects shiny. Materialize flies shiny. Melee sparks shiny. Enemy muzzle flash shiny. Okay. Alert spark also shiny. All right. So we need no warp shiny and no warp regular shiny. Shiny. Did I say shiny again? Did I say shiny already? No warp. Main PS no warp. Okay. All right. No warp. So that's in the vortex shader. No bad. Not bad at all. Shiny. Normal can just be main PS. Okay, and main PS is setting the color to call.xyz, 0. Simple as that, bruv. So the emissive variable is only being used in agent color. You can just call this agent. Now, time to do some hacky hack. Shiny no warp. Main PS can be normal. Okay, shiny no warp. Shiny. Technique. Shiny pulse. And just regular shiny. Technique shiny. Regular shiny. Wait, no warp, huh? No warp. Are we actually doing a no warp on the decals? Is that correct? Blood splats are not warped. Okay. I'll just run with that for now, no worries. Let's see if this bad boy at least compiles. Shiny pulse, shiny no warp. See, it didn't compile. What are my errors, man? Just give it to me straight. Undeclared identifier main bus. Yeah, because I'm using it before, that's why. Main bus. Order matters, boys. Order matters. But that still doesn't fix the problem. I hope this is not too inefficient by some shader magic. Lerp, no matching function parameter XYZ. Oh, did I forget to close the... Oh, no. Just a few iterations of this and I think we'll be good to go. 108. Lerp, comma, emissive. Four parameter. Come on, dude, it's not 4 parameter. 1 parameter, 2 parameter, 3 parameter. And this is inside emissive. Oh, is it here? My bad. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. Shiny pulse, agent. We needed a non-shiny. You know what? The blood is just going to be shiny now. Whatever. Object reference not sent to an instance of an object. Hey, if you're not being used, then maybe you don't need to be here. Makes sense for it to not be there. Now let's load up the techniques and take this bad boy for a spin. Let's just see if my agent is still... No, it shouldn't be working because I've not hooked it up yet. Okay, let's hook it up then. A rendering, no. Regular effect. Sprite effect. Agent, shiny pulse, shiny. Agent, shiny pulse, shiny, no warp. I didn't hook up the agent. Technique, agent. Yes, yes, yes. Agent, shiny, no warp, shiny pulse. Now we've got a lot of options here to play with. Now we'll just see if they all hook up properly, and then we are good to go. Agent, shiny, no warp, shiny, no warp, shiny pulse, and shiny. Okay, now. Rendering, sprite FX, no, don't delete it. F12, no, I don't want a screenshot. Sprite, normal. Okay, this is just a constructor. Okay. Alert sparks, shiny, no warp. Enemy muzzle, also shiny. Melee sparks, please shine it up. Materialize flashes, also shiny. Enemy deflects, please shine it. Blood sprays, no warp. Blood sprays, no warp. Blood sprays, no warp. Okay. Where else? I think we have to go to the pools. Okay. What are we doing here? Placards, shiny please. Portals, shiny pulse. Pill pickups, shiny pulse. Heart pickups, shiny pulse. Star pickups, also shiny pulse. Gun pickups, shiny pulse. Flash mags, sure bro, shiny. What's missing? Something's missing, right? Wall sprites are normal, that's fine. What's missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Placards. Oh, they're shiny. Okay. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. What broke, bruv? What broke? Main VS entry point not found. Did something happen? agent sprite. Did we set the agent? No, we didn't. That's what's missing. Let's just check the rest. Agent sprites fx. No, agent sprite. Agent sprite. Sprites.cs. Agent sprite. Normal. No. Agent. Okay. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, what's going on here? These also need to be changed. This is placard is set to shiny, right? Shiny sprite.fx shiny. Shiny no warp. Shiny pulse. Normal. And shiny also normal. Good. Age alter. We have some sprites 3D here. Okay, current day. Technique is equal to rendering dot a sprite fx dot shiny, just shiny. Now the melee effects will be more kind of like pow, poppy. Okay, these are shining. I hope the agent is equally shiny. Balloons we didn't do yet. Yeah, this bad boy is shiny. Is this too much? Yeah, I feel like it's a bit much. We need what could we need shiny pulse for? Let's test it out. Not bad. I'm assuming all of the wall sprites are still normal. Yeah, they are normal. I think that melee, they're too fast anyway, so I guess we can't really see it. Okay, cool. Alert spark will do the same, I think. Yeah, they're too fast, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, I think we're good. Not bad at all. Oh no, did I miss a chat? Oh, sorry, I didn't see. Oh man. How do I playtest Tamashika? Well, I have some friends who have access to the game, so they're playing it and sending me feedback. It's not just me. All of the animations that you're seeing is by a handmade human artist. So couldn't have made this game without their help. And I have a sound team who's taking care of all the juicy sound effects. And what else? Publisher, obviously, they're doing a great job of like helping me with all the stuff that I need to get this out of the door. So yeah, definitely not doing this on my own. We did a demo a while back, so got a lot of very good feedback from that, and I think the game is a lot different. No, the publisher that I'm working with now, their name is Edgelord. This is their first game that they're gonna do, so just helping them get out the door with a bang, you know. So that's Tamashika is gonna be that game. Um, Man, if I do another Lovely Planet game, Tiny Bill, I actually met Alex at GDC last year. Um, um, they did an awesome job with Lovely Planet, and I kind of feel bad that I didn't come through with more juicy Lovely Planet titles. Um, oh, thanks so much. Can I tell you, it really helps. It really helped. I don't have it up now, but it like um, those payments coming in at that time, I was just like, look, man, if people people want to play this and want to drop some money for it, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna lock in, and I locked in. So thanks, I really locked in, um, and the game has come like really far from where we were at before. So yeah, it's going pretty good. It's going great. Um, Obviously, it's changed a lot since last time, like since Run Gun, since the HIO game. Um, if you like the demo, I promise you're gonna love the new version. I'm gonna circle back with my publisher and see if we can do another demo. I would love to get more feedback. Um, Thanks. Um, yes, it's working. Okay. I don't know why it goes down after a while. But yeah, so that's the scene. That is the scene. Gonna get some extra stuff in which I didn't plan to do before. Like in my head, this was gonna be like a much smaller game, and I was pitching it the same way, and it's still really it is a very short experience, but for the players who will come back to it the way I imagine myself playing this game, where it's just like this kind of daily meditation where you just come in and hang out with it for about 15 minutes and then leave, just to give like players something to do outside of just playing the new level, just basic stuff like collectibles and things. So I didn't really have a vision for it before, but now I feel like there is space in the game for it. So that's what I was trying to get done today, but we got distracted with some other more important things. So yeah, there's going to be some semblance of collectibles, not promising your regular like hoarding style affair that a lot of games do. Just basic stuff. And some achievements to boot, some secrets. That's it. I think that's going to be good to have when the game goes out. What is this? This is Tamashika. You're looking at Tamashika. Thanks. Me too. I will not let you all down. I'm giving this game everything I got, and it works great on deck. I hope I can figure out the control, the force feedback. It'll be pretty good with the force feedback. Yeah. Hold, breathe in. It's a vibe, like it's really just. How there's like games, and then there's like walking simulators. I want like another category. I want like a vibe game. It's like it's just the mechanics, it's the aesthetics, and the rest of it is just not there. The generic kind of idea of progressing through a game that has a start and an end. I wanted to mess with that a little bit, and Yeah, like yeah, sure. A cookie clicker makes a lot more sense actually. But even roguelike, so like you know how Post Void is a roguelike, it um, it does a lot of the roguelike stuff where every run is a new level. So this game breaks some of those genre um, tropes. Like over here, it is technically a roguelike in terms of a random level, but like it's going to be a random level every day. So on one day, you're just gonna get one level, and the game is not gonna allow you to change that. So if that's gonna set off some players, then do whatever. Like you know, it's a different format. And another thing that I feel is going to be different is like how a lot of players hyper deep. Oh man, I love that game. Just like from an aesthetic standpoint, and the Devil Daggers, right? That's the one that came before Hyper Demon. I love the flat plane idea. I actually prototyped a flat plane kind of like arena shooter, but I love the idea of like going into a corridor and everything. So I wanted to capture a nice kind of like middle ground between those two. Um, well, where was I going with this? Um, yeah, the like how like Hyper Demon has this like one stage and you just like play that stage and then it's over. Um, I wanted to do something in the middle of that and Post Void, where the game just like you start and finish it, but you do it every day. So um, the issue here, I think some players will have, is the completionist, like the obsessive completionist kind of player that wants to kind of like get into the game and like see everything and 100% it. You can still 100% this, like get all the achievements or whatever, but to actually see the full game and all its content, that's actually going to remain ambiguous. The game is designed in a way where you can't do that, and I want to keep it that way. uh, so you can kind of like grind through all the content, quote unquote, and get all the achievements or whatever, but you will not see the whole game. um, and that's not just because there's a random level generator that's like throttled on a daily basis, but there are like pieces and level sections that just don't get lifted for sometimes weeks. So to actually like 100% the game and see all the content, it's going to be like this weird combination of days that you have to play the game. And I guess players can like tear apart the the game files and figure that out if they want. But like the way I feel like I've started playing games as I get older too, um, is like a like I just want to vibe with the game. Like I don't have that instinct of no, actually I'm gonna go the opposite way. I want to add more content if the game, if there's enough players playing it. And just for me also, I would love to see like more content in the game that changes things up. So it's gonna actually get more difficult after more time passes. So the quote unquote timeline will keep updating, and I will keep adding levels. So as much as I can. Okay, so don't hold me to this like I made some promises or something. Like this is one level, like this is a set of levels that get lifted. This is like sections that get lifted. So if you go into one of these, say for example, I wrote this little tool that shows me, okay, this is the days where it'll be in the game. Cool, right? So for example, in September, this comes just like twice. um, and then there are some that are kind of like set to these like specific days. So this one, for example, there you go. So this is one of those where it's just like this particular section of gameplay is only going to be available for 4 days this year, if I can get the game out before March. Otherwise, there's going to be like just these many. But is it like a chunk of very unique gameplay? No, it's just like a different level configuration with a different weapon or whatever. Like, but it's still unique, right? So I like this kind of like middle weird. You know, is it the full content or not? It's like It just doesn't matter, dude. That's not the point. The point is just to like come in and have a little bit of a different corridor that just feels right, and you get to the end of it, and then you go play some other game. And there are also awesome games out there that you should play. So I don't want to be that game that like hoards all of your time. Because I don't know, maybe it's just my attention span, um, where I don't really like sitting for 2 hours playing a game now. Maybe I'm just old, but I think it's healthier. I know I sound like a boomer or whatever, but it is what it is. Games are cool, man, but like they're also addictive. I wanted to do something that kind of discourages players to like spend too long with the game in one sitting. But it has the opposite effect of like, if you have that itch, like you wanna, see all the content, then you have to like you just come back tomorrow and play for 15 minutes, then go away. Um, what are the numbers, lastability, marketability of this, or where players like, I'm not thinking about that. I just want to make the game the way I think is cool. Um, I know if my younger self plays this, he'd be like, bruh, this was made for me, and I hope there are like 5 to 10 people out there who kind of feel the same way. So, yeah. There is some measure of like, the game having some, patterns inside it that you can learn and anticipate levels and things like that when they come into the the daily mix, as a function of what day it is, and if is it a full moon. I like that, like the game is kind of like connected to this universe, and players can kind of like outside the game have like a meta game of figuring out those rules or whatever, right? Come on, that's fun. That's the fun I want to have. This is going to be very frequent. Look at this. Now, this is just the start of the game, so yeah. Sweet. I love my UI so much. Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for dropping by. I'm glad you feel this way. Um, very excited to put this out. At least, I mean, I think if we can just hold a candle to post void, um, that'll be good. Just just want to pass it on. The creative energy that I get from all the people who've kind of done something cool, new, and different. I'm like, man, if my game can do that for some other developer out there, let's go. Mission successful. Mission complete. All right, I want to take a break. I want to move my butt a little bit and maybe eat some food. Thank you all for dropping by. I'm sorry I missed your messages before. Um, thank you for playing, and thank you for the encouragement. I will get you a demo, um, as soon as I can. And you know what? Maybe we'll just skip to the game and just get that out as soon as possible. Thank you. I'm gonna see you all next time. Infinite.